The community keeps delivering. Since the last battery data video, owners from Hong Kong, the Netherlands, Australia, Aruba, Prague, and more dropped their real numbers in the comments. New data points, new geographies, and a few results that add meaningful detail to patterns we were already tracking. Here is what the expanded dataset now shows. Start with the standout new results because two of them are genuinely remarkable. A 2025 Model 3 long-range all-wheel drive from Hong Kong, built at Gigafactory Shanghai with NMC chemistry, reported 98.6% capacity retention at 21,000 kilometers. The owner charges exclusively at home on a three-phase 380-volt, 16-amp connection, typically to between 85 and 90% daily. They have used a 250-kilowatt supercharger exactly once for just over 100 kilometers of added range. This choice to charge to 85 to 90% departs from the usual 80% limit that most NMC advice recommends. That result is one of the cleanest NMC data points this channel has collected. Near perfect retention at 21,000 kilometers on almost exclusively home AC, charging with minimal supercharging. It is exactly what disciplined NMC management looks like in practice. The second standout came from the Netherlands. Two separate owners of 2024 Giga Berlin Model Y rear-wheel drive vehicles with BYD Blade lithium iron phosphate batteries both reported results at 40,000 kilometers. The first showed zero measurable degradation, exactly 393 kilometers of range compared to an original 393 kilometers. The second ran a proper state of health test and came back at 98%. Two different cars, same model, same factory, same mileage threshold, both showing near-perfect retention. That consistency is the lithium iron phosphate story in two data points. The LFP consistency across the entire dataset is now strong enough to call a clear pattern rather than a trend. Every single LFP result across all the data this channel has collected sits at 93% state of health or above, regardless of mileage, climate, or charging method. The 2023 Model 3 rear-wheel drive LFP in Victoria, Australia, at 115,992 kilometers, reported 93.98% via TESI. The 2023 Model Y LFP at 105,000 kilometers came in at 94 to 95%. The 2023 Model 3 LFP in Aruba at 33,000 kilometers reported 95.4% in a climate sitting at 31 to 33 degrees Celsius year-round. The 2024 Model Y Standard Range CATL-LFP owner reported 94% after 17,500 kilometers, including 2 summers of 50 degrees Celsius Mediterranean heat. The 2022 Model Y rear-wheel drive LFP with just 12,800 kilometers showed 97% on solar-only granny charging. The two Giga Berlin cars were at 98% and 100%. Not one LFP result in this dataset is below 93%. Not one. Across different model years, different factories, and different climates, from the Netherlands to Australia to the Caribbean to the Mediterranean, the floor on well-managed LFP retention is holding consistently above 93% at every mileage point represented in the data. That is not a coincidence. That is chemistry doing exactly what its cycle life rating and thermal stability properties predict it should do. The one nuance worth adding from the comments is the LG5M battery discussion that came up in the Australia thread. A 2026 branded Tesla, delivered in late December 2025 in Australia, carries the LG5M cell rather than the previous LG5L. The previous LG5L had a documented mixed reputation for degradation consistency. The 5M is too new to have meaningful long-term data, but the early efficiency numbers from that Australian owner are encouraging. Real degradation data on the LG5M will start appearing in community datasets over the next 12 to 18 months, and it is worth watching. The NMC results tell a completely different story, and the variance in this dataset is now wide enough to draw clear conclusions about what separates the best results from the worst. At the top end, the Hong Kong Model 3 LR-AWD at 98.6%, and the 2025 European Model 3 LR-RWD at 100% state of health show what new NMC chemistry managed correctly looks like in its first year. These are baseline results that establish the starting point for tracking those cars over time. In the middle of the dataset, a 2020 Model 3 SR Plus at 112,000 kilometers reported 88% on the built-in battery test, charging primarily on level 2 with a daily average state of charge of 65%. A 2020 Model 3 Performance at 75,000 kilometers reported 88%. A 2020 Model S Long Range Plus at 75,000 miles showed 92% via recurrent auto. These are representative results for well-managed NMC packs in the 75,000 to 115,000 kilometer range, and they sit broadly in line with what the Voltest professional diagnostic data showed for equivalent mileage. At the bottom end, the 2019 Model 3 SR Plus at 187,000 kilometers with 76% state of health remains the most concerning single data point in the entire data set. The owner bought the car with unknown previous history, and the 76% result at that mileage is significantly below where a well-managed NMC pack should be. It is almost certainly an unknown charging history story rather than a chemistry failure, but it is a persistent reminder of why previous ownership habits matter so much when buying used NMC. The most remarkable NMC result remains the 2019 Model 3 SR Plus owner at 89,000 miles showing 87%, after exclusively supercharging since 39,000 miles and holding the Tesla Top Charger badge for the top 10% of energy charged at superchargers worldwide. That result sits comfortably in the middle of the NMC dataset, despite the most aggressive charging pattern of any owner in the comments. The battery management system is doing its job. The NMC variance across this dataset runs from 76% to 100%. The LFP variance runs from 93% to 100%. That gap in floor values is the clearest single-number summary of what the entire dataset shows about the two chemistries in real-world ownership conditions. The NCA data has not changed significantly since the previous video, but the two results in the current comment set reinforce the calendar aging conclusion clearly. A 2018 Model X 75D at 61,000 miles showing 86% retention, and a 2019 Model 3 SR Plus NCA from Prague at 110,000 kilometers, showing 86% with unknown previous history. Both NCA results sit at 86%, regardless of the mileage difference between them. A 61,000-mile car and a 110,000-kilometer car at identical state of health. That near-identical result across very different mileage points is the calendar aging story in its clearest form. The Prague car has driven significantly more miles, but the 75D is older. AG is doing as much work as mileage for NCA chemistry, and the numbers make that impossible to ignore. 3 new patterns are now clear enough in the expanded dataset to state directly. Geography and climate are showing up less in the LFP results than expected. The Aruba owner in 31 to 33 degrees heat. The Mediterranean owner in 50 degrees summer conditions. The Australian owner and the Dutch owner are all showing results within a few percentage points of each other. despite dramatically different thermal environments. LFP's heat tolerance advantage is real, and it is showing up in the data across every warm climate represented in these comments. Measurement method is affecting reported numbers more than most owners realize. The 2020 Model S owner made the most important methodological point in the entire comment section. Battery management system miscalibration can make degradation appear worse than it actually is. Owners reporting numbers from uncalibrated systems may be overstating their real degradation. The most reliable measurement methods in order are professional onboard diagnostic tools, dedicated apps like TESI or Recurrent Auto, the built-in vehicle battery test in the assistance menu, and finally, the dashboard range estimate at 100% charge after a proper recalibration cycle. If your number came from the last method without a recent full recalibration cycle, it may not reflect your actual capacity accurately. The LG5M battery is worth watching. The previous LG5L had inconsistent degradation reports in owner communities. If the 5M delivers consistent results comparable to the BYD Blade, LFP and C, ATL LFP results already in this dataset, it would meaningfully improve the long-term ownership picture for LFP owners on that cell variant specifically. Drop your numbers in the comments. Model, year, chemistry, mileage, state of health %, and how you measured it. The more specific, the better. And if you want to be there when the next video in this series comes out, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one.